Okay. No, they don't hear anything. Fucking. Why did it reset all my settings? Hello?
Because it hates you. I'm gonna kick you out.
OBS is racist.
Hey guys, what the fuck are we doing today?
D&D, Sean. D&D.
Good question.
No, don't reach your paw over here. This is not for you. No. I can still see you when you're trying to be sneaky.
How can you guys hear me? My microphone program isn't open.
Because I don't know.
I don't know. Figure it out, liberal.
We had 3 different approaches.
Stop using your woke science to determine which audio inputs are on or off.
I hope every time you need tech support, Jordan Peters because of the phone.
Your audio doesn't sound any different, so it feels like it's still through your microphone and not through a different audio input.
There. Okay, well, the program is back on now. Because it's fine right now, but it's for cutting out extra background noise and shit for like when I tap on my keyboard and the dogs. Cool.
Is audio working now? Or are you still working on it?
No, it's good. You are heard. You are valid.
Oh, good.
You are felt. Anyways, we're gonna just start like that didn't just happen. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is where we play Dungeons and Dragons. What the fuck happened on your screen, Beth?
He got green.
What?
Did you just get fucking assaulted by Shrek? Like, what the fuck is going on over there?
No, he's been censored by the MPAA.
Are you kidding me?
You're green, man. Your screen is green.
It, bro.
What a fucking start.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
No one here gets paid for this. You don't have to apologize.
Your full body has been shreked.
That's so funny.
It's like you just put a green card just down.
Oh, we finally get everything on the
Yo,
roll, and all of a
shit.
sudden...
I really did it. I promise.
What happens if you turn your audio back or your video back on?
I unplugged and replugged in my webcam. Am I good?
Hey,
am I not green? Yeah.
No.
Only the border when you talk is green now, so that's good.
That's fine. I'll take
That's how it's
it.
supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to. Yeah.
Great start. Great start, guys. Strong.
I really is pass without a trace.
Your camouflage. That's right. The green trees. Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Method acting.
And I think this is
Okay.
camouflage, like a bright green square and a bunch of otherwise normal video
No
feeds.
cell shading. Nothing. Just green.
Last week on Dungeons and Dragons, just to get the recap part out the way, there was no Dungeons nor Dragons, disappointingly, allegedly. But you all, let's see. It's after finally finishing up your house renovations and looking into some more of the stuff regarding the tainting for Lady Vafrine, you all had been sort of finding some way to kill some time before the upcoming Solstice. Karen kidnapped somebody.
I didn't kidnap him.
Oh, yeah.
I sent him somewhere. He's not with me.
Alright, if I grab you and throw you in somebody else's car, you were complicit in the kidnapping. Or I was...
Okay. I
What do you mean
guess.
you didn't kidnap someone? He was there and then he wasn't.
And then you all had a nice long talk with Boris, which was very productive, in which you gained a large amount of information about the problem and everything that he was talking about. I feel like Sean just had a flashback.
Found out that Varys has a wife, apparently.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Ruins your dreams.
He wife.
But, yeah, words. Fuck, I'm going somewhere, I promise. But yeah, spoke with him, got some extra information out of a cell, given the fact that he, You know, you surely just outwitted him. Definitely he no work on his part.
Low bar.
But eventually, you guys decided to head back to share what the information you all had gathered relating the heart stuff. I believe that's where we stopped when you sort of departed from the cell. And you guys are heading back to the manor.
I do need to meet up with Estelle though, because he had something he wanted to show me in his room.
Uh-huh.
We can
Remembering
cover
things.
that. We can cover that later.
Nah, it can happen at the same day.
Okay.
So, as everyone else would be heading back, I'm assuming you and sort of so split off. So be sort of maybe a bit afterwards. And as he's just walking forward, he just says, "So you want to leave this? I think I hinted at something, right? Did I remember telling you anything about like what it was?
Big.
Yeah. Okay, that's good
all he
enough.
said. Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with it though. The problem, I'm thinking of making like a gazebo.
Where?
I don't know yet.
Why a gazebo?
It's big. It can be a good roof. As he's this way, as he sort of turns around another corner, you guys are sort of staking on his hallway. And you stop to what seems to just be like a water closet, not a water closet, just like a supply closet. Like, yeah, this way. And as he opens the door, he just moves aside a few boxes and just starts making his way down like a crawl space. Still can fit, it's fine. As he just goes a little bit further, crawling for maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, and you guys just end up in this vast room filled with this collection of various knickknacks, pieces. Some look very valuable, some look like random pieces of junk he's collected over the years. We can tell this is like a stash of some sorts. And along the far side of the wall is, how do I say? I'd say it's about a little bit bigger than like, you know, like those big like 5 by like 10 sheets of plywood. And over it, almost as if there's like a painting being covered. There's like a sheet over it. It's like, are you ready for this? Watch this shit.
Okay.
And as he goes to sort of tug at the sheet covering it, he just struggles for a second, and there's a sound of like cloth ripping as he gets caught on something. But as he pulls it off, what you see first, I'd say, make me a nature or arcana check.
Okay. Let me pull my shit up. Pop you out. Can I? Hello? Corner? Thank you. Nature or Arcana. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter.
Sure. You cannot
great.
tell. You cannot tell what type of animal this comes from, but roughly more than several sizes of you, it seems to be an absolute, like massive single scale of some sort. I stole it.
What did you steal it from?
It was on the bottom of the seafloor.
What color? What color is it?
As you actually look at it, it seems to be not like perfectly reflective, but it has like these like mirror-like properties to it, where you can like see your reflection in it as the color is like this like silverish, maybe like a very like with like some like hints of like this bluish coloration. But it is fucking huge.
Oh, could I go up and like just put my hand on it?
Yeah, it is ice cold to the touch.
You said how big is it?
It's a maybe like 8 by 10 feet.
8 by 10 feet. Wow.
Don't ask how I got
How?
it in here.
Okay, I was about to ask that, but I won't.
That's confidential.
Wow, this is. Can I
That's
walk
not even
around
the
to
crazy part.
Can I walk around to the other side of it? What's the crazy part?
Yeah, as you walk around, it's just like propped up against the wall, and on the inside of it, it just seems to be like very like almost like darkish, almost black blue on the side of the scale, like where the inside of it would be. So they watch this, and you see him as he sort of fumbling around. Some stuff gets thrown around, and he pulls out what seems to be some sort of like arcane like firearm type device. And as he shoots it at the scale, it immediately just reflects off.
Just bounces off.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
Yeah, no, it's just bounces most magical things that I've tried on it.
What about non-magical things?
I haven't been able to really cut it or scratch it.
Hmm.
And I have some pretty sharp things. I haven't used the big guns, but I didn't want to waste them.
Is this the only one that you saw, or like was there a lot of them, or?
There was a few. I could only fit one though. I didn't figure I'd need a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. This is something else. Do you have any idea what kind of a creature it's from?
No fucking clue. There wasn't anything around. I just snuck off a little bit when he was talking to those people. It kind of caught my eye because there's light coming. There was light coming from somewhere where those people were, and it reflected off, and I saw it. It's weird because normally light isn't underwater.
Especially not at the bottom of the sea floor, from my
There's the
understanding.
anglerfish though. There was a big one.
A big
I don't think
angler.
it was that. Yes. But maybe there were a few more, but it didn't. This was the biggest one that I found. Most prominent one. But you can't have it.
Oh no, I don't even know how I get it out of here. You found it, finders. It's yours.
Yeah. But that's cool. Maybe I'll figure out something to do with it. Maybe make a hat.
I'd be a big hat. If you can't cut it, how could you get it into a hat? Shape.
I know people. They might be able to figure something out. I could make dinosaur armor. This is not the point. This is... Don't worry about it. But it's impressive. Do you wanted to, since you're curious about all that stuff?
Yeah, this is very impressive. Was this the most interesting thing down there?
That I grabbed. I mean, there was people, and there's like... I didn't have a chance to really explore too much once we actually got down. But
How
we
did you
saw... What?
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
We saw a lot of weird things, creatures-wise. Big, small, mostly big.
I think you said last time there was much larger stuff. Was it him that said that?
I believe he at some point. I might have both said. I think he was then mentioned. Vars mentioned a Kraken. I think that was the one thing he talked about.
Yeah.
Like, well, all the shit. Excuse me.
He said a kraken and also a really big fish.
Do you think it's a giant dragon down there? Like, do their scales get this big?
It could be, I guess, but that's a really big fucking dragon.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you know this, but there are some very big dragons out there, like type that they're not supposed to tell you about. They don't have scales this big usually. So if it does, that means it's either bigger or older or not a dragon. It could be a very big fish. Fish have scales.
You do.
So I couldn't tell you.
Hmm.
But
Well, thank
I won't
you
be
for
finding
showing
out
me.
soon.
Not going back anytime soon?
I probably shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
Yes, because I'd have to go. He doesn't want to go back, so I have to go by myself.
Ah.
Just saying, if only I knew someone who was interested in going there, and I wouldn't be so lonely in my venture. But it's okay. I'll find somebody.
So you want to go back?
I'm not saying I don't want to go back, but I sound like I. I mean, if I had the opportunity, I'm sure I'd probably just.
Investigate more? That kind of thing?
Maybe I have skills that would be useful in the active if I were to go do so again.
Fair. It's very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair. Just bringing it up. It was on my mind. That's all.
In case there might be a group that wants to go back down there investigating anytime in the near future.
I mean, I don't know. That's a crazy hypothetical.
It is a crazy hypothetical. Who would
it's
want to
like-
go down there?
Exactly.
but
yeah.
If
but
I
if
hear
they did,
anything, I'll be sure to let you know.
good enough. We can go out this way,
Okay.
and as there's just the door here. There's like a normal door to the room. I just go through that way so people don't see me come in. It builds mystery around my character.
Gotcha. I'll keep your secret. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds like he doesn't believe me. Thank you for showing me that. That was probably one of the more impressive things I've seen in a little while.
It's the impressive things all over the world. You just have to find them.
Oh, I know. Sometimes more than impressive.
That sounds like that statement has baggage behind it, so I won't question it.
I appreciate that about you.
Alright, well, good luck. You should be
Thanks.
off. I'm gonna go get lost somewhere. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go back to the estate.
Yeah.
Our friend Taryn, she speaks in ellipses.
Do I? Am I cutting out?
No, I'm just meaning like this.
Oh,
There's a very pregnant pause of like a mysterious.
just
Magic
channeling
stuff.
my inner Shatner.
So eventually you would arrive. I don't know if everyone else would be gathered going about their rooms and shit. Or going about their business. But how many days? It's been a day. You'll have your thing, I'll say, within the next day or two. It won't take that long.
Whenever the pizza enters the frame, the cat comes into.
Such a bag.
Yeah, as you sort of come in, I'm assuming you're not coming to the front door like a civilized human being.
No, I will this time.
Okay, alright, just curious. Alright, just curious.
Yeah, because like I won't just pop up this time because everybody else will. I'll just see what everyone else was doing. I guess if anyone's around in common areas or if they're all in their rooms.
I'd say, given day of the week that you guys actually offered, Zan would be just sort of hanging around the common area. He has like sort of like a spread on the table, so we could just go through some notes or some shit, and he would just sort of give you a courteous nod as come in.
Zan,
Yes,
can I pick your brain for a second? Like metaphorically.
I hope so, but okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I want you intact. I like you.
What does that mean?
Don't think about it. So, what big scaly creatures do you know about aside from dragons? Like really big, kind of silvery, reflective scales, maybe?
Big silvery reflective scales.
Not a dragon, probably.
Eh. Reflective.
Like,
I
not
could think.
100% mirror-like, but, you know.
It has to be a magical creature too.
Let me think. I mean, I can't think of any specific species of land creatures. The natural wasn't exactly a very close field of study, but I know creatures that were created, not like big ones though.
No, this would be pretty big.
Some of the like basilisk hunters. That was like a type of creature that was created at one point.
How big are they?
Not the size of a horse.
No. No, way, way bigger. Like a size of a creature that the scale would be about 8 by 10 feet
It's pretty
in
fucking big.
size. Yeah.
Let's see. Reflective scales. It could be like no, those don't have scales. It could be an interplanar creature. Those get big and are all sorts of weird. Maybe not something from here.
Can they survive like really deep water pressures?
So it depends what plane they're from. The plane of water, sure,
That's fair.
obviously.
That's fair.
It depends. Lots of interplanar things aren't bound by the same rules that we are, like physics for some reason. So it's very well possible that it could. I just don't know what plane would match that.
That's fair. I'm just curious. No worries.
Okay. That sounds like a worrying question, given the fact that we just had been attacked by an interplanar creature a few weeks, like less than a week ago.
I don't know if it's that concerning or not. I don't think it's. I hope it's not imminently concerning. I don't think so, but I don't know. Just, curious, I guess.
If you see something, say something. That's all.
You'll be one of the first I come to.
I'm not qualified for that. You should tell somebody, though.
Well, that's why I said one of the first.
Yeah, okay. As long as I'm not the first, I cannot handle that much pressure. It makes me nervous.
Is everybody else in their rooms and
They're-
such?
They're about somewhere. I saw them go in different directions. I think pretty sure Kalis went out in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know where Jung-un went.
Oh, hey, Taryn. I didn't see you there. Hello. It's my new character voice. I was just reading this book of animal facts, and it's really interesting. It says here, like some squids have scales. That's weird.
That's weird.
Anyway, also it says like there's this weird horse that's confused and it flies like a bird. Why would it do that? It sounds dumb.
Talking about the Pegasus?
Yeah.
Like the animal?
It's not an animal though. It's more like a.
It looks like a horse. I'm going to call it an animal.
Doesn't know.
Never mind. I'm not going to. I gain nothing from this.
Kalis is gonna wander off reading his book of animal facts and eating peanuts.
So what's an owl there then? And everyone else is, I'm assuming. Were you guys actually going to gather up and talk about the tavern shit?
I feel like Gemma would just be in her room. Or in her morgue, I guess. Laboratory.
Laboratory.
I guess my question is, are you all being gathered? Is the question.
Are we?
That's sure.
That's what I'm...
We're doing great, guys.
I'm not
Did
going
I
to come
say
over the
something?
intercom.
You got it.
That's what...
Is it intercom in here? Wow, it's fancy.
Should everybody come to the main living room?
Yeah, if everyone's gathering, I'll probably catch wind of it at some point.
Yeah, I'll definitely join.
Why are we gathering?
I was.
I'm just chit-chatting with Dazan. I don't know what you guys are doing here.
I didn't know if you guys were going to talk about all the shit that happened in the what's it called? Because a lot of you have got information. Most of you have got information that only you know of, and have not shared with anybody at any point.
It is true.
No, yeah, I was
You
just
had, like-
metagaming with the book. Kalis doesn't actually know what the fuck you talked about.
Yeah. We never
So
really did.
stalked you some more. I didn't even think about it till right now.
Well, if no one else is here, I'm gonna mosey my way to the kitchen for a bite to eat, and then mosey my way up to my room.
Alrighty.
We're being
would-
super social, guys.
Yeah, well,
Dun, 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 dun. The next day.
Anyways, yeah, okay.
now that we have our own house and we don't have to interact, we're not.
Actually hate each other.
So, fuck. As the morning comes, you all doing your various preparations. I believe this conversation was supposed to be like a day or two. Either way, we're skipping towards the solstice bullshit, unless anyone has anything relevant. Okay.
Is that what's next up?
I mean, are you guys doing anything? Because you have stuff you can do and or talk about. I just don't know what you guys want to do and or talk about.
Is Taryn gonna tell us that Estelle's looking for like a trip back to looking for a ride back to the Heart of Revedia?
Are we gonna gather?
I assume in the
breakfast,
morning
yeah.
we see each other in the
Oh.
kitchen.
You know.
rather
Okay.
than-
we get breakfast made. We all show up for breakfast. Yeah.
There's like a disaffected family, just like, don't talk to me.
I'm on my phone, like a fantasy phone.
Fantasy
The fucked up thing is we bought phones that can only call each other.
We did.
Like,
Oh,
can't
yeah,
ignore each
we
other
told-
with them.
Could easily be like, "Hey guys, meet me here. Got some news."
So over breakfast the next morning, I guess. So I had a long-ish talk with Estelle when you guys were trying to talk with Varus.
Well, what did you talk to him about?
About the shit at the bottom of the sea, the heart of Revedia.
Oh, so to give you the details that Dazan don't want to say. Not Dazan.
Hey, don't blame me.
What did he
Hold on.
say?
So did I write down any notes about this? Oh my god, my brain. There's essentially a. Did Varus say that he talked to some people down there?
Yeah, it seemed like he was alluding to something like that.
Yeah, so there's some sort of a light source apparently coming from them, which was not an anglerfish, which are also down there, according to Estelle, and a really big octopus.
Really big octopus.
Yeah, a big octopus thing.
Oh, and he sensed a planar portal as well. I could have explained the large cephalopod, because
Yeah.
Right.
could have swam through from
There's-
vaster oceans beyond.
There's some really big shit down there. Like things that have scales that are 8 by 10 feet in size down there.
So that's why you brought that up.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
What color was it?
Kind of silvery.
Silvery.
The inside was like a dark blue-black, and it repelled pretty much every magic weapon that was thrown at it.
That's what you meant by reflex. I thought you meant like a mirror.
Well, that too, a little bit.
That's a huge difference, Taryn.
Well, I did read it kind of as a mirror too. Like, it was reflective. I could see myself in it, you know.
There's very few free creatures that can reflect magical things. There's very few
Yeah.
anything that can do that.
Okay.
Like, as you said, it had scales, so it wasn't a Tarrasque, presumably. But that's like one of the big ones.
So, are you interested in trying to seeing this?
I don't know, but Estelle is interested in going back down. So he would definitely be up for joining us if we would have him. I think that he'd be a really good asset. He's pretty good at what he does.
Okay.
Right. And if we, let's say, don't close that portal, there could be a large infestation of otherworldly sea creatures that could dominate the ocean and possibly be a incoming threat.
I don't know
Sounds like
how.
they already did.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how large the
Yeah.
infestation would be, but they are large.
Right. I'm saying the problem could get way worse than what it already is, though. Like, it's very possible.
Yeah. And I'm trying to look at my notes here. Did Varus say that he got in trouble with the people down there, or is that something that Estelle told me?
No, Cell will do that.
Okay. Apparently, also, Varus down there, the people that he spoke with, the people-sized individuals that he spoke with, Varus was in some kind of trouble with. He wasn't sure what, or he wouldn't tell me what.
People?
it's hard to speculate on.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot of information I've gotten very quickly.
But if there is well, I mean, we only heard in vagaries from him. I mean, maybe it wasn't a people. Maybe whatever left that scale had some thoughts to opine.
Oh no, he said that they were people-sized. So
Oh,
Oh,
the ones that Varus was talking to were definitely people-sized.
so are they just fish people then?
I don't know. He didn't say anything like this, but I feel like there's some sort of civilization down there. There has to be. Like, I don't think it's just random people of some kind.
Well, there may be the ruins of a fallen sky city. So it stands to reason that if not some flame of their civilization like Dazan remaining, that any Mer people in the ocean in the sea would have taken up residence in the submerged structures. They're just as good to them.
That's true. He
Yeah.
didn't say whether or not they had legs or tails.
If anything, if you say there's a planar portal, it could be, or large things, it could be an influence of their mythology.
I'm sorry, what?
For the magical device for their floating city. If it crashed there, or if it's something, if there's ruins of it there, it could be the excess spectral energy affecting the environment.
Oh yeah.
You saw what they was able to do with just a not even the biggest one.
So like the Mythalar essentially would be mutating creatures that are normally down there into massive proportions.
Like our cat friends. There's magic stuff happens around him too.
Yes, that is true.
What do you know of other
Huh.
Mythalar, Dazan? Like what we've seen the star energy and this horrific harvesting of the land. What other engines of consumption would they have created?
Well, they all function the same. They were meant to absorb arcane energy from the weave to some degree. in different forms. Some, as you could see, took it from the land itself, given believe is a part of all things. I can't say exactly if one's for every city, I just know that in all functions they worked as a big battery of some sort, but if anything, now that I'm thinking about it, it is strange. If anything, it should be getting rid of creatures or making them smaller. If
it were absorbing things from the ocean.
Yes. So it's possible that it's not absorbing from the ocean, but if it's not absorbing from the ocean, then where's it taking things from?
Well, when this was created, the heart of Revedia was a mountain and a mesa, not a lake. So it could be, if there's any history of volcanism, it could have been drawing from the mountain, or it could have been drawing things from the air, or whatever used to lie upon this this continental shelf.
Plausible theory. Something to give more thought. I haven't exactly... It's been a while since I've had to study anything related to a mythalar, given the fact that you people don't exactly have them. I'll think. Interesting, though. So your plan is to go to this underwater place filled with giant creatures and go... what?
Make friends.
Do you like making friends?
What if that feeling is not mutual? Have you considered that they don't have friends?
Make
or...
friends.
That's not friendship. That sounds like... never mind. I'm interested to see how your plan will go. Please do not die.
Oh man. You don't want to... You're a little bit curious, Tazan?
I am, but I want you to go first.
Does that mean that you come with us?
If it's... Okay, I don't think it's going to be safe, to be frank.
Probably not.
That's the point.
Well, I
Sounds
mean...
exceedingly dangerous. And almost recklessly irresponsible. You're going to one of the most superstitious parts of this world that people are afraid to go to make friends.
Or just look around. Figure out what's going on.
Okay, alright.
I'm being optimistic. I'm very curious to meet who or which creatures or denizens might live down there, but in seriousness, I believe what Zelthar said. If there's any sort of extraplanar incursion that's tainting the life cycle down there, then we need to stamp it out and cull it from this land.
Or even if it
Just
is...
as we did the one in the Frosted Edge.
Right, or even if it is a mythalar, we should find some way to prevent it from continuing to do what it's doing.
Exactly.
That brings me to my other point. I'm not the best at underwater combat, and this mission we might be a little over ourselves if we take this mission. I might not be as effective with the party.
And, it's another point. Okay. Hypothetically, there are 5 of you. What do you do when there's an octopus? That is 8 tentacles. And if it's big, that's more than 1 for each of you.
So you're telling me
you
you
don't have
get
the numbers.
4 more friends.
That is not at all what I said. That is me making the suggestion that you should be very careful about the things you consider doing. How are you even going to get to the bottom of the... Are you planning this? You have to take the steps. It's just... Where's my whiteboard?
We're gonna leave today.
What's the plan? Realistically? You sail to the middle of the ocean and just jump off the boat?
I mean, you wouldn't have met him, but we could do with you messaging our friend Jay Trussell.
Mm-hmm.
That seems the most practical vehicle through which to descend.
Mm-hmm. He has a submersible.
But you didn't have submarines back in your day, did you?
We had cities that could just go underneath the water if we wanted to. Everyone just chose to stay above.
And what if this city
Cities that
didn't
could
fall,
fly and
but is still contained under the water?
Oh.
That's a good point.
But why? What do they gain? Like if they have
Why
the
not?
power of one of those cities, they could do whatever they wanted. Why would they just hide themselves?
Maybe there's something down there that keeps them there that we don't know about.
You're doing
We
this
still
to try
don't-
to convince me.
We
goddamn
still
it.
don't know what caused the fall, do we? And you don't know, Desan.
No. It just sort of happened one day.
Yeah.
There's
That
gonna be
seems-
something.
Well, obviously it was something important. Something pretty fucking big, I assume, happened. But I was sitting in the tower reading a book, and then all of a sudden, gravity.
It's a
In my
bitch.
defense.
So were you all just like floating around the city before? Could you just sort of like doggy paddle your way around this pot, the sort of shelves and things to pull yourself around the?
No, we just walked around normally. And you're talking about when the city. So this crazy thing.
Well, I was
most-
thinking like maybe there didn't used to be gravity, but then suddenly there was gravity, and then everything was built for no gravity. So it was like, oh no, now we're falling.
This
think
bitch is
he's
going
being-
over my head.
I think he's being facetious.
I think so too. It's hard
I'm
to
just-
tell.
you're-
His facial
I'm
expressions
not-
don't change.
I'm not making any assumptions of what the hell went on back then. I'm just saying.
We had gravity. It just didn't work on the cities. We walked around like normal.
Oh. Also, I guess there would have been after. But yeah, maybe they didn't fall. Maybe they choose to be under the sea, and remain there. Maybe they fell and there's still remnants down there. We don't know unless we look.
That's exactly what I'm wondering about, because it could very much be as you say. They could still be persisting after all this time.
Mhm.
If the nature of the calamity of the former cities was something that wouldn't pass through the depths, wouldn't permeate into the oceans. So should we get a submarine ride?
I'm totally down. I'm really interested what's down there.
I think. After the solstice we should.
I mean,
That's
we might as well tell them now, because they have to sail it sort of
Yeah.
around the rivers.
Yeah, so we should definitely initiate that. And I think. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be really annoying real quick, Elijah. So, the rivers, right?
Yeah.
Are they like higher in elevation where they meet the heart of Revedia than where they meet the ocean? So they like flow down
Yes.
still?
Yeah.
So there's still like rapids and stuff along the course of it.
Yeah. In some places, like depending, like in the river. Yeah, but heart of Revedia is like higher elevation. Everything comes down. All the rivers go out towards the ocean from the heart.
So yeah, I guess they need to find like a wide enough passage
Yeah.
to bring that thing into the lake.
You could always ask
You could go through granite.
Ara about it.
But
Far?
you're gonna ask God.
Of course. Do it now.
Does he answer?
Let me check. Launch on Divinity.
You mean divine intervention? What are you asking
Yeah,
for
that one.
before you roll? What are you asking for?
I want to know. I don't know what the giant monster is.
Good question.
I like
That's kind of vague, though.
It's God. He's omnipotent. He knows. He knows.
Okay.
He gets us.
Ha! Get fucked.
Oh,
That's- It has to be his level or lower. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
I got really excited.
Yeah, I saw it. I got nervous. I don't remember how the rules work.
That is funny. It's a perfect 100.
Damn, that's unfortunate. I'm sure that would have been good for
I'll
some.
try again tomorrow.
But this is on. Just did he answer?
No, not today. I think he's busy.
Okay. I bet.
Does he
But
ever
it's-
say what he's busy with whenever he says he's busy? Or
Does
I
he
imagine
not
it's
say
God-
he's busy and is it like
God
he's-
shit, probably.
oh,
Yeah. He usually answers in 1 in 100 of my prayers.
So could you convey a message to Jay Trussell for us?
Sure. Do you have? I'll figure it out. What does he vaguely look like?
Just tell him, the Wild Company are like, around and stuff, and we're looking for a ship, a big wet
We'd
ship.
We want to commission his ship. That'll
I
get him
see.
to come
Yes.
down.
Tell him it's like exploration and stuff. He loves that shit.
We're gonna have to bribe him though. Remember him liking knickknacks and paywhacks.
I'm sure that there's a lot of shit at the bottom of the heart of Revedia that he can sift through.
And
Especially
you do
if
have to
there's a fallen
mention.
city down there.
You do have to mention we'd be going down there
This is becoming a long message. Give me a second.
because the location. He'll need to bring it into port within range of the.
Give me. I'm going to go to my room and grab something. This will make my life easier. Do you happen to have anything that belonged to him? Like any of his
Do we?
belongings?
The javelin?
What?
No.
No, that was.
do we have a spare water breathing potion? I do remember him giving us water breathing potions. Maybe we have like an empty glass
I mean,
vial.
maybe.
Is
That's how I think.
he- something I don't want to. As he's going to attempt to, as he just goes back to his room, grabs what's essentially just a big ass bowl of crystal. I'm just going to try and scry it to him and see what he's doing. That way we can all just you guys can just talk back and forth. I can just relay the messages. That way I don't have to do the sending thing the whole. It saves me a headache. As thing we do have. Actually, because I'm silly and dumb, and I need to check something. The scrying does not work as he goes to cast a spell,
Oh no.
and he goes, "That's okay. That's weird. Let me see if I'll just."
What if you just, like send him a message though?
Yeah. No, he's trying to send him a message. He's like, okay. And after a few seconds, like, that was weird. There's something that seems to be.
Was his
The
box
message
full?
The message went through, but something was preventing me from sending it first.
Preventing you from sending it.
Yes.
Like something about this location, or like preventing.
No, like something was blocking off his mind. It went through, and eventually he he says that he's currently in Idola. He can come through in the next day or two. He has what's it called, to discuss things further. But I don't know who the fuck. Oh, no, that he's talking to me there. He's telling me not to do it again.
I
Where
know
is
what it
he?
is.
Idola's the south.
Idola?
Idona.
It's on the coast of the
I see.
plains of Appalachia.
Idona. How is he vacationing there?
He didn't seem like he wanted to talk very much. Seemed not happy that he got the message.
But that's right by the mouth of a river, so that's good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I'm pretty sure,
Well, he'll probably come up the coast to Revedia.
He didn't say anything about how to get there. Just said he'd be here in the next day or 2 days.
Okay.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Isn't it the halfway across the continent?
Right.
Reading's fairly quick, wasn't it?
No. Maybe he's teleporting. Somehow. Would make
You-
the most sense.
Did you mention that
I
we
mean,
wouldn't
look,
use
this is
the
a
submersible?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the only impassable parts of Revedia are basically the area around between Riven Ridge and King's Basin and the Crimson the Red Peaks. I mean, the rest of it's completely riddled with watercourses, so it shouldn't take too long.
Maybe he's planning something. By the way, I'd let him know. He agreed to at least meet.
That's something.
Right.
And how many days away is the solstice? 3?
We'll say Jay will get here the day after the solstice for the sake of
Oh, okay.
progression shit.
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
But yeah, the solstice next. I'll give you we'll say it's in 2 days. So if you have anything you want to do today, you can get your shit done in preparation, then it'll happen. It's like a sort of a last stop. But words. I would say though, please be prepared. You are going into the most unknown territory you could go into, apart from just sailing into the ocean and expecting nothing to happen. So just be prepared. If you have any friends, it wouldn't be a bad idea to call them.
Yeah, we'll get hats,
Hats.
And probably lots of other stuff.
like water
too.
hats.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe some weapons we can use underwater.
Do fishing poles
I
work
could use
underwater?
one.
I think no.
Probably not.
Like harpoons, maybe. Maybe some.
You're a resident weapon master, Zelthar. What would you go by?
Well, I guess I only master one weapon. I wouldn't call myself a weapon master, but a harpoon seems probably the closest weapon to a bow underwater. It's more like a firearm. The G word, I can't think of it at the moment, but
There's tridents also. Magical shooting things.
How about crossbows?
Do crossbows work underwater?
No, they do not.
it's really bad for the strength.
That makes
Crossbow
sense.
strength.
Well, we can make a list or a couple of lists of things that we would need for an underwater expedition. Over the next couple of days, I would like to contact Acel again
Okay.
to extend the invitation to him, and then I also want to check in with Baron because I don't think that I have since meeting with what's his face, the guy.
You have not. Okay.
Yeah. So
Let's put that on the to-do list. Yeah, no. Is there anyone else anyone want to get in contact with over the next day or two? Just curiosity.
Give me a hot second. I need to look it up. My
you can do someone else's shit before you get to mine, since I already had conversations.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to talk to Eloin, don't I? Ethan, you're gone audio wise.
I'm gone.
Yep. There we go. At 5% of what you were.
So confused. You're saying I'm quiet.
Can't hear you.
Is this better?
Yeah, way better.
Weird.
Relevant.
I'll talk to Talus Rex.
Refresh my memory again.
That's the first mate of the Forgotten.
Oh, that is. Sure. We'll say they're in. It's been like a month. You guys, they were on their way back anyway, if I remember correctly. Sure, that's doable. So, as you be making the way towards the boat yards, I'm assuming at some point you would have just told them you wanted to meet because you could just cast sending at will. Not at will, but you have the fucking spell.
Oh, yeah.
And would you be meeting up on the ship or just in general, or do you want him to come here?
Yeah, I'll invite him and I guess like the first officers to this place. Or we're playing a giant meeting with everyone, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
Probably the same day Jay gets there. Or the day before, maybe.
Sure. So if we're waiting for the Delta Jay to get here, then we're going to do Solstice first for that. Because Jay's going to get here, like, after. He's just showing up afterwards. That way we'll deal with all that at the same time. So, where is... I gotta find the fucking... Oh my god, I forgot you guys had the Forgotten. Ironically.
Yeah.
Have the Forgotten? What?
The boat
The
y'all
ship.
have? The ship and the crew?
Oh, yeah.
I swear I had that somewhere.
Oh, you want the well, I'll just hit the PDF. Or the PDF the sheet.
Send me what you have. 'Cause I don't remember if it was happening in Google Docs or if I had it sent somewhere.
Oh my god, group text is blowing me up tonight. Oh.
There we go.
Was that what you're looking for?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was on a fucking spreadsheet. Cool.
Ethan is serious about this ship.
Yeah.
Zeldar, do you have a swimming speed from your class?
Was this swimming standard? I don't think so. I think it's just regular.
I think there's like a Tasha's feature that does that, but like basically you can use any melee weapon underwater normally if you have a swimming speed.
Hmm.
So it's interesting the options that provides.
I do have conjure animals, and I can summon aquatic creatures still, so I'm not completely useless, but like I'm not as effective. Let's just say that.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That is pretty cool.
So you have Dolphin Gang. Sean, you want to go speak with Alan before the Solstice? I'm
Yep.
just asking. Okay.
Yep. Let's go. Let's do it.
Sure. Fuck it.
I'm gonna ask her. Yeah, I'll sending stone message her if she can meet me like on the banks of the river.
Yeah, no, that'd be doable.
So we have 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Till it starts. Can I cast Divine Intervention in both those days?
Go for it. What are you asking for before you do it?
Same question.
Okay.
Oh, that's a D20.
Almost? Oh, that's a D20. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is the first one?
Day 1, day 2.
Yeah, the mystery remains, bitch. I'm gonna fuck around, use this divine intervention, then not have God answer your prayers when you need it. But yeah, so as you'd head down towards the banks, moving wild, making way across the waters, at the usual meeting spot you sort of have with Aelwyn. It's not the first time. She, sort of, you'd see her kind of just appear, the sprite thing. They're just invisible, then they're not. Is next to you. Nervous?
I just Do you think the peace will hold?
People to the north of Griffin Keep have started to leave their territories, at least for now. They said they had begun to move out around a day or two ago. So it seems at the very least, whatever happens, humans are staying away. I don't know what all influence your friend had, but his word seems to be holding for now. And everyone here is making their own preparations. Communities are isolating themselves. Certain people are being monitored who we think might be problematic for everyone around them. Even the hags have been quiet as of late.
I didn't write those down. I forgot about the hags in just this moment.
And what about you? Are you worried for anyone besides the Coven?
I've learned to keep a safe suspicion of most fey creatures. But I'd like to think that this time around it might be unfounded. Something's different, almost in a weird way. Someone feels like it's going too right, I guess. I keep expecting to turn around and everything to be on fire and have gone to hell. But nothing has yet, and that's kind of what's worrying me.
Well, look, I'll meet you that day. I can come to the village and guard it, or wherever. I mean, where were you planning to be ranging then?
I plan on staying relatively close to the village. Make sure nothing comes within the territory. At least close. Do you think that's a good idea for you to be traveling?
Well, I'll prepare.
How do I say this? Have you been thinking about him a lot lately? Given that it's going to be the anniversary of everything that's happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I say this? Maybe it'd be better if things are going to be peaceful. It'd be better to take some time to reflect. Lots happened, and I just don't know where your head's at right now. That's all.
I mean, who makes two of us?
Okay, but the last solstice was particularly a bit more traumatic for you than I. Is the point I'm making.
I don't know. I don't know if I can even answer that question. I just want to just want everything to be fine. That's what I want.
Well, I'll be making sure I can do everything on this end. If anything, you should stay by the water and watch those people in Revedia. The last thing we need is... The only thing that concerns me that weren't there, I don't know if Aryan was intentionally ignorant, but I know there are urban fae that exist within Revedia. I don't know if they'll be affected by the Solstice. But then, I'm assuming that they have some plan, or some idea about that. It'd be foolish to... There's no way they're ignorant to it, that's all. So I'm curious as to what's going on there. The few Fae that I do know that we've sent messages out to get Fae that we do know that are in the capital to leave. But who can be... You can't tell what stragglers still out there. Or those... I didn't... Something just doesn't feel right. As I said, things are going too well. And things don't go to plan when dealing with moving wild. As you know, as I'm sure you know.
I'm worried about the treaty as well. For all, the one we struck it with is you might know he's departed after the attack on the capital. So I just need to watch over the people within these wilds, and if I can keep them safe, and we can all make it through the day, then that'll be a success.
All right then. Okay. You know, there's always room for you. If you have any preparation you need to make or tell your friends, go ahead. I'll make a place for you. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what a good area would
Do
be.
you? Should they? We haven't really talked about outsiders. Do you want me to keep them away from here, or do you think it would be safe for us and for them?
I can't guarantee that it's going to be safe for them. I can't guarantee it's going to be safe for anyone in the Moving Wilds. But I will say I don't know these people, but I trust your judgment. If you think they were, if you don't believe they're a threat to us, then I won't either.
All right. Well, I'll see you after 2 moons set.
We're waiting for you. Stay safe until then. All right.
And Kalis is going to disappear for like a full day.
Yep. Meanwhile, Taryn, as you make your way towards the upper decks of Revedia, heading towards the mountainside to a familiar cottage, he would already be sort of outside, sort of sitting on a bench out front. You see that his head just sort of leaned back against the wall, almost as if sleeping, but you can still he has that sort of natural like tenseness to him at all times. And as he would sort of hear your footsteps, unless you're gonna try and sneak up on him.
No. I'm very familiar with this tenseness.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd lower his head. A visitor. A second one.
Second one.
I heard a disturbance in the vaults earlier. How do I say? A man was there? I wasn't given the details by Usharan.
Elf?
Think so.
That sounds about right.
He just told me that you and him have your secret, that's all.
Yeah.
So, things with you? Is there news? Or are you just here for company?
Just there's a lot of things stirring.
Yes, oh my. Too many things.
Yes. Especially with the upcoming solstice, which I'm sure you know of.
Yeah. We've been monitoring the areas very closely. Mass migrations of various creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Various unsettling things coming from the Undercity.
Unsettling things.
Yes, people plan whenever a large event comes about. There's always people planning on using the Chaos Zone to cause issues or do other things. But that's something that can't be taken care of.
Right. There are two other things. There's something in the heart of Revedia that might be of interest to my companions and I. So we plan on doing an expedition down there. Something that's been on our minds for a little while, I guess, especially after two other members of the Bronze Flame came back. Two of them. Two who went, two came back. So one of them will be coming with us, hopefully. But the other thing is, what can you tell me about the Order of the Tainted?
Oof. Nasty bunch of fellows. We've been trying to keep an eye on them, or at least track them down for quite some time now, and have been mostly unsuccessful. They're one of the few groups in general that have managed to evade various divinations we use to monitor the people of Revedia. Or not of just Revedia, but Revedia as a whole. I'm aware of not even a few names. I'm aware of a name. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it at? Bum, bum, bum.
Is it a member of them or someone associated with them?
It's a title one of them go by. It's like a street name. I'm just trying to fucking find it. Fuck, put it.
Oh my
god. There was a figure around some time ago. It seemed to be an outlier amongst the group. Had a tendency to have a more traceable actions, I guess you could say. Usually when in the areas that was suspected, they were have you heard of the magic mouth spell?
The magic mouth spell?
Yeah, it's a very simple incantation that allows you to leave messages in places. He would have a tendency to leave in areas where bodies were found. These almost like I don't know. I can't explain what the purpose was, but they started being called whispers because the areas in which the people were found were sort of filled with these hushed murmurs. Almost they was like surrounded by these people, or surrounded by people. So he picked up the moniker Whisper, but we don't know much about him outside of that. It seems to follow the same MO as every other one. We don't even know how many people detained there are.
Right.
But that's at least the one we were able to see some sort of signs of, just because he seemed to be a bit more conspicuous intentionally than the other ones.
Interesting.
But the group itself has been around for quite some time now. Operating in the shadows, going after mid to high level authority figures, usually in local government politics or dealing in guilds and craftsmanships.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to directly link anyone to those deaths, even though there's been plenty of people who would have motivation to such cases. But it's whether it just be a matter of resources. The Watchers is not a large organization, if you remember well. And the people who are tasked with such things aren't exactly the most competent when it comes to conducting such thorough investigations. Though we have been able to... The one thing we're able to figure out, I was at least able to figure out as a commonality, is they seem to be quite a fan of power words.
Power words?
Yes, words of power. Single phrases that can enact conditions upon people. It seems to be, at least in some of the cases, how they die, how the victims of such people had died. For example, if I could look at you, I'm not going to cast a spell, but if I were to say, die, given the strength of one's will, they would just fall over and die.
Interesting.
It's honestly quite genius, really. It's old magic. It's been around for a long time. It's still quite effective. But very dangerous, nonetheless. You have to be... They either are quite confident in their spellcasting abilities, or they have some sort of tool or device able to project something of that level. But is this another one of your group's projects?
For some future date. Something that we've been tasked with. Of just not dealing with them, but trying to find the body, well, the soul of one of the victims. Because it seems that they take the soul somehow, and it cannot.
Not unstandard when dealing with very thorough executioners. I mean, it wouldn't be very much a point assassinating somebody if they could just be brought back to life very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not completely unique to them, but the other methods seem to be. So you're going to the bottom of the ocean, and also you're going to look for murderers.
Yep.
Oh, please be careful where you get your nose, where you stick your nose. I just told you about your people who can say a word and kill you, so.
That's why we're not doing them first.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other things that we might try and tackle first. That some things that have come through with my pertaining to my companions. But this we're just trying to figure out the best course of action next, I would think so.
Well, make wise decisions, that's all I ask.
We try.
Don't we all?
Is there anything for me that I should know about to update with, or?
No new news from Mushron.
Okay.
He's not spoken much.
That's fair.
It's been uneventful, I guess, is the way to put it. No news is good news in this instance.
That is true. Uneventful is not necessarily bad.
But rest assured, there's plenty of trouble stirring.
Oh, yes.
If I need the assistance of your group, I'll make sure to call for it. But it sounds like you'll have plenty of ways to keep yourselves entertained until then.
Something like that. Right, well.
Actually.
Yes?
One slight thing I should mention. I received, I don't have to explain to you the fact that I know things. I just do.
Yeah.
There is an imp-like creature of some sort, who there's been an extraplanar visitor in the city, and I suspect that it may be related to one of your compatriots, a friend of theirs.
Oh, I might know who that is.
I don't know if they're looking for her, but they're here at least.
Okay.
I was going to deal with it, and then it seemed vague that I know things about your friends.
Yes. I will let her know that he is in the city.
All right, that's all.
Okay. All right, well, you know how to find me if you need me.
Likewise. And with that, as you head off, Kayla, you sort of get back to like around the end of the day, or whatever. So
I know we still got one more day though. I'm MIA.
Oh yeah, true.
Just point of order, with regards to the Chronomancer and his tower. We never learned where that tower went, did we?
The tower just kind of collapsed on itself and disappeared. You don't have no idea like where it went. Once the Chronomancer disappeared, that guy kind of went with it.
Yeah, the Mortimer took the tower away to who knows where.
Yeah.
Back into time.
I'm just so confused because I don't. I
Back
guess
or
it didn't
forward?
have anything to do with the Feywild. It was just in the Feywild in the Shadowfell.
It was, yeah, it wasn't the Feywild, it wasn't the Shadow. It existed in all places at the same time.
Right.
Almost like it's like an anchor point between all three of those places. Like a place like where they all had in common.
So we got the Lord of the Moving Wilds going around killing people. The tower was doing something weird through the dimensions, and Titania has disappeared.
Yeah.
Good boy. I'm agreeing with Aloan about the foreboding feeling. But anyway, that's all I say.
Okay.
There's nothing foreboding about any of this shit. Don't worry, Kalis. It'll be fun.
I'm concerned.
It's chill, bro. We're just hanging out. We're just goofing around. Just being pals.
I'm worried for my fucking life.
Okay. So that the conversation will happen afterwards. And it's really just whenever are you gonna be grabbing them, or like trying to meet up with them before you go back, or into the woods, or what's Kalos' thoughts on this?
You, me? So like he'd be gone for like over a day, and then like the sort of like the evening, sort of like the sun settling down on the banks of the river, the evening before. I mean, if anyone wants to do anything before like the night before the solstice, you go right ahead and do that now. But I just wanted to like come back at the end and I come into the house and try and like approach the group of you if you all are available.
Oh yeah. Also, Taryn, would you inform Jungum that John, whatever the fuck his name was, is in
Young
Revedia?
Byung, I think.
Young, whatever it is in Revedia.
Can't believe I remembered that. I would.
No
But...
idea. I thought he just made that shit up for a second. I believed you.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I think I would probably swing by and talk to Estelle first
Sure,
on
you
the
got
way
it.
back. I'm pretty sure it's Young
Lord.
Byung, isn't it? I have it written down.
Or
Is it?
Yeah, that'd be doable. Estelle is not
Yeah,
busy. It takes a bit to find him, but he just seems to be in a back alley shooting dice somewhere.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about him. I'm sure he's just gonna appear next to me because he's creepy and he totally likes doing that.
Did I get his name right? This is all I care about. Yes, I did. I have it
Wow.
written down. I know. I don't know. That's from like way back.
What, a fucking year and a half?
Oh, more than that, like 2 years, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I would let Estelle know that we'll be heading out in a couple days' time or whatever, and then I don't have to have a whole conversation with him. I'll just let him know.
Yeah, no.
Be like, hey, the thing, couple days.
Just be like, sure, I'll be there. To the thing.
Is is this to the thing or this to you'll be there? Like, you'll be there? Will you be there?
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're actually saying yes or if you're just leading me on or not.
I'll be there.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go now.
Who
You
was
might wanna
that
get this-
weird ass?
You
Who
might
was-
want to get this looked at by a doctor. I think you have
Twitch.
Twitch.
Which character was that again? It's been so
Estelle,
weird.
this is a little kobold.
Oh,
He
right, it's
taught
him
me
again.
s-
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
he taught me sneaky shit on the boat the first time we met him. Now I'm gonna go find Dragon. I'm just errands today.
Okay.
Jesus.
Alright. Presumably Juggun's in the same spot. Yeah.
Jogan, where are you?
It's like I didn't go anywhere.
But I mean, like,
considering contacting these guys, like
where would Taryn find her?
in the basement.
Okay.
Ooh, no, in the bath.
Well, I'm not gonna walk in the bath on you.
Okay, well, you'll meet her by the door, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're standing for each other. Just awkwardly.
Hey, Taryn, how are you doing? Oh, that shower's fantastic. You should try it.
Do we all have showers?
I'm gonna look at a communal bathroom, to be honest.
Oh, is it?
There's one shower
Oh no.
at most.
In the huge ass house, there's one shower.
Shower.
Look,
Okay.
I don't need that shit. I got my bird baths. I splash around in there.
You do you, Kalis. Live your best life. So I was just talking with a friend of mine, and apparently you're the brother of yours that we met. Young Byung has been seen in the city.
Well, thank you for information. I'm sure he'll be around because he did say he's trying to stop father. Honestly, I haven't really heard from him in a while.
We haven't, especially since, we kind of foiled the plan to begin with, but I mean, him showing up this close to the solstice, I'm not sure if that's should be reassuring or concerning.
If we have to kill him, that's alright. Death is only the beginning.
Oh, I didn't mean his presence, like, as a threat. I just meant that I didn't know if that meant that, like, I'm not going to call him father, whatever his name is, the asshole's plan is actually going to come through or not, or if we were, oh, look at that face, hello. Or if,
People trying to scrap for father. See if I can see where he's at.
thank you.
I'm gonna try what?
Trying for father.
Are you sure you wouldn't do that? Wouldn't he know that you're looking for him?
I mean, you could try. It doesn't work. The spell just doesn't go through.
Gunman wouldn't know that.
No, I'm informing you that if you tried, you fucking.
I know. I know it won't work.
I don't know. I'm not sure what his presence in the city means. Like if he's come to, I don't know if he's a bearer of good news or bad news. I guess.
Could just be coming to hang out.
Probably not, but maybe. I guess.
I heard the Solstice Festival here is pretty amazing. Ooh, do you want to go check out some of the stalls?
If we have time, I guess. Sure. I mean, I think we should check and see if there's anything that Kalis needs us to do. I know it's a little stressful for him.
Well, when he gets back, we can talk to him.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can kind of convene and see what our plan is.
All right. So with that, of course, later on afternoon, like the morning of, Kalis, as you sort of return with the information you have, we'll say you could pretty be like, "Hey guys, I'm home," But for the presumably, unless anyone's going to specifically be out in the middle of the day or in the morning, everyone would be here, or at least in the vicinity.
Yeah, he's not really approaching everyone in just sort of like a very loud way. He's more just sort of coming in up to like whatever like map room or whatever we said our gathering room is. Look, everyone, it's funny. We've done so much just in sort of like time between cycles. But my first allegiance always has to be to my home. And my fate's tied to it as well, so I'm going back. I'm not here for long. I'm going back to the water's edge and going to watch over it for tomorrow. I'd invite you to join me if you feel so inclined. Although, don't take that invitation as much of a gift, because I can't really ensure your safety should you come along, being that I'm Faye and you all are not. Well, I mean, Zothar, I don't mean to look, it's complicated. But like, you know what I mean? Like, Fae get crazy the way elves are like, you guys are just kind of collected, Anyway, yeah.
Do you say that your fate was connected to it? How so?
I mean, I'm a forest queller. I'm a forest queller, and that's protecting that place is my purpose. If it,
I'm just gonna go pack our bags. Join us and pack our bags and get ready to join you.
Oh.
Where is she? The conversation's not over. Why is she? Okay. I'm just confusedly. I'm excited. Okay.
It's okay. It'll pay off in a few minutes. I don't know. I don't know what you all think about that. But...
Do you want us there? Would you like us there? What all would it entail for us being there?
I would like you there. I'm not sure if in the end it will have been a good choice. I would like you there, at least without the benefit of hindsight.
Good enough reason for me.
You were there for me when I was having trouble previously, so I don't mind also accompanying you right here.
Thank you, Zalthar. And like the faith. I don't mean to like fate keep you. I'm just. It's. I don't know. I don't get it. It's weird. Like, are you still Fae if you're born outside of the Feywild as an elf?
I mean, I'm not sure how to answer that question. All I know is I do resemble some Fae, but I don't think that's all that is me, Like, I'm more than that. I'm more than just a resemblance of Fae, if that makes sense. Like, what do I do with it?
When we went to your home, I felt this sort of presence in the earth there. Beneath all the corruption, it is older and more permeating. And it reminded me of home. So I believe that you carry a part of that with you.
I believe I do as well. I just want to see what becomes of it every now and then. what it's capable of, what I'm capable of. But nonetheless, we're talking in circles. But my point is, I'm ready to be there with you and fight with you as you did for me.
All right. Well, oh shit.
I'm still here. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with cats.
It's a catastrophe. I believe you.
Why don't you leave? Come on, you go.
The real face spirits.
Go.
What is it? D&D says it's not a cat. It's a face spirit in the form of a cat.
I mean, you saw her. She's huge, and she's being bad. So.
She wants cheese. Well, I guess Juggun's out. So, Taryn, what are you feeling on this?
Oh, I already said that I would go.
Oh, right. So good. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yes.
Yeah.
And returns with her bag. Like, we're ready to go?
Oh, Juggun, you're back. Yeah. Then Kalos would lead everyone to like a.
Is Dazan coming or is Dazan staying?
It's like, am I being offered? I don't know if I should. Am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to stay? I don't. I don't really know. I feel like it's like a. I don't want to impose.
Do you want to come, Dazan? I wasn't gonna require you. Or
I can. It's not like I was afraid to come. It was just. Yeah.
okay.
We're all going.
But like, if you do come, Dazan, I just no fire spells, please. It's just, it's a real, like, it's honestly, it's the dry season. It's not kosher.
Use fire spells. I think. Not really. No. That's fine.
Cool.
They're
That's
tacky
good.
anyway.
What do you say?
They're tacky.
Don't let Sparks hear you say that. Jesus, Joe isn't
They're,
even here.
they're tacky. Oh my god, this is fucking arcane hipster.
He's
Okay.
the original hipster.
Oh my god, fucking me. But yeah, he's Kellis gonna lead everyone, to like a little, probably like a really mossy piece of like driftwood or something, like a big old log afloat in the river, and just sort of like paddle everyone across the bank.
We have boats we could have used.
How you got to cross? This does not seem safe.
Look, it's like fine. Just like
I
the
don't think
less you fight against the current, the more it's just, it's gonna be a big hug.
This is a big fucking river, and we're on a log, Kalis.
Look, it's fine, he
How dare you,
says.
dude? This is not
And then
safe.
he's slowly rotating like this because the log is spinning. So it's a big, slow river.
Grab onto whoever's in front of me. Don't know who it is.
Anyway, and eventually we get to the other side, and he's gonna lead everyone just a ways into the forest to like a glade, surrounding like a little pond here. And he's got sort of like a mat or like a little frond leaf made out, and he's gonna just sort of like take Gnarlheart and just set it horizontally on the ground, and then he's gonna walk like a halfway or to the other side of the lake, and he'll have some sort of like mats set out, some circular mats. And he's just gonna like look at the water, and he's just gonna start meditating in advance of the solstice.
And as you do that, as the sun begins to cross fucking words, the sun begins to cross the sky. Everyone is sort of getting in their positions, sort of settling down for whatever events could begin to unfold. Jungun, you'd be able to sense it first, given that I believe you have the highest passive perception outside of Zoltar. I think you guys are close. It starts off as a stillness in the wind. You notice as not the noise it picks up, but the silence. And then the sound of birds flying overhead from the opposite side of this clearing. And a slow and steady just thump sound, almost as if something solid hitting the ground. Then followed by another one a few moments afterwards. And you would feel like you get the sense that something is approaching the area. Something large. I'll say that specifically.
I would notify the rest of my allies. Like, hey guys, I hear I want to say footsteps. Like big footsteps.
Hmm.
Is this normal, Kalis?
It's nothing to be worried about. Shit. What are those dragons' names?
Um.
In the moving world.
Me.
Rose, right? It was a rose dragon. Yep. And then around then, I talked to. Wasn't there an Ent forest queller I talked to?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can.
When
Where's
was
that?
that?
Cedar Howl.
That's right.
Yep. Talked to Cedar Howl, and he showed me the weird dragons that I don't think I've told you guys about yet.
Nope.
Zastari and Civis. The rose is Civis, Syvis, and there's a lotus, Zastari.
Yeah, and Civis awakens to start the sort of unrest of the summer and winter solstices, I believe.
Indeed, yes.
But Civis, no. Civis awakens. Zastari is slumbering, and has been slumbering since the Moving Wilds moved from the hearth.
Inclined to believe it. Okay. I was looking at. Alright, yeah, no. Yeah, Rose sleeps, Lotus is awake. Or wakes up. But with that sound coming forward towards you all, then as you guys all become aware of it, you also become aware of what seems to be like almost like a humming noise. And it's this sort of sing-songy merry tune. At least in my head, it's Cornifer's theme from Hollow Knight. Almost jolly sounding.
A map nearby?
And almost as if moving out of his way, you watch as these long tree trunks almost bend around, sort of shifting around this creature. And the first thing you would notice is this extremely large humanoid-looking face, covered in bark, and the back of it is just a massive brush and shrubbery. And as it looks down on you, we're going to take a quick 5 minutes, and I'll send you so I can send you a picture of it.
Cool.
Yeah, let me just do that real quick. So, because I need to go to the bathroom. So, as you all are out, where you have a sense of a relative sense of scale. Um, you watched as you can see the forest almost folding aside, making way for this creature. As with its large grinning face, it looks across the clearing, taking in the air. You're not even really seeming to have noticed you all at this point. But there's just this sort of this this sort of humming sound that echoes throughout the air, almost like the volume of it. You can almost feel it like vibrating in your chests. Why is this? Why is it crackling like Rice fucking Krispies?
Oh, it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for me.
That's all you.
All right, fuck me, I guess. Um, but you see this creature make its way towards into the clearing before it stops, almost as if like checking the air up around it, or like almost as if sniffing the air. And the music that's coming from it stops as well as it scans and it looks over towards the group of you. Guy just like turns his head. Hmm.
Kalis, do you know what this is?
Just a quick question. Do I know his name? This tree's name?
You would know he's not an ent. He seems markedly different from the rest of them. I will say you could make me. I'd say make me a history check using advantage or with advantage.
Not an ent.
Yeah, you
That tree should not have wakened.
It's a tree.
definitely feels. I will say you. He feels like you should know him, but you cannot spot. You cannot figure out from where. As he just looks over, you all don't seem to belong here. You, as it begins to sort of creak forward, this is a sound of almost like with each step, it almost sounds like the sound of like creaking wood, snapping branches. As it makes its way forward in the clearing, um, looking specifically, we'll say, it gets maybe about 20 feet away.
I'm definitely going to
Oh,
step up to it.
yeah.
I'm gonna take a step back.
And I'll just say, like, I'll hold my hand up and say, "Peace, creature of the wilds. I'm a forest queller, and you grow under my watch. Is there trouble for you today?"
Actually, a forest. You're the one they spoke of. I see. I was supposed to be searching for. You don't seem to be creatorless. It's supposed to be raised by an ent. You're not a tree. You're a minotaur. No.
Have you ever
A
known a tree
sailor.
to raise another tree, friend? They raise themselves.
Exactly. It's this way. It's supposed to be looking for a weird one. Do you know? Yeah, Kayla. I'm looking for something named Kalis.
My name is Kalis Roke.
Oh. Well, my friend, we are just in luck today. I. That is so fucking hot. I burnt my hand.
Ow!
I picked it up and it just splashed on it. Okay. I am using my right hand tonight. Fuck the keyboard, I guess. Where's this? As he looks down at you. Well, I was asked by, how do I say, the forest to keep tabs on things to ensure your safety if anything were to happen over the course of the day. You are a forest queller, right? So you'll probably be doing something. If something were to happen, it's your responsibility to help take care of it.
Of course.
Yeah,
As
perfect.
dawn comes, I'm going to the banks, and I'm going to keep watch over the river's edge.
Then you are who I believe you are. Simply exist to ensure your safety. That's all. Sent by a friend. Sent by friends of the forest.
Sent by Cedar Howl.
You would know him, yes. He was
I would know
sparse
him
in
as Cedar
details.
Howl.
Yes, you would know him as Cedar.
Okay, cool, good. And what's your name, friend?
You may call me Duraya. Now I'm gonna stop trying to drink it.
Oh, can you say that one more time? Foundry is not reloading for me.
Duraya. Duraya. What's this? Oh.
Can't get from the stupid pins.
Well,
Oh dear.
not that I don't appreciate it, Dariah, but as you can see, I'm already well protected, and perhaps your attention would be more needed elsewhere.
Oh, I should be more specific. Kind. I'll be straightforward with my words, Kalis, because you do not seem to be a foolish type. Your friends aren't exactly the most trusted here. That's all. Me being here isn't necessarily for you, but to just ensure them.
Well, if we run into trouble, we'll sooner. I'll ask you all to retreat sooner than come into conflict here in the forest. We're just here to make sure nothing goes awry. No one comes. That's why we're stationed at the bank, so no one comes over here, and so no one goes over there.
Of course. Then feel free to continue on with what you're doing. Just informing you of the favor I was asked of, that's all.
Well, who's a good little tree? Who's a good little tree?
What do you. What.
You don't like, no? Okay.
No.
It was
Please.
worth a shot.
No, it's. Don't pet me.
I'm surprised they don't know you. I thought I was kept abreast of all the awakening trees in the wood.
I'm not from your wood. Simply.
Okay then.
Simply a traveler who was uh who was called for by someone who had owned something long ago. But as I said, feel free to do as you will. My fucking brain is. Why did I stop mid sentence?
All right. Well,
Feel free to do as you
look.
will. I'll be
Yeah,
afar.
Kalis, like starts up talking before he finishes what he's saying. He's like, "All right, look, we ought to get moving. Um, is everyone awake?" It's like pre-dawn now, right? Or have I got it wrong?
It'd be early. This would be happening early in the day. Before like the actual event itself, like the Apex.
Yeah.
But yeah, around this time everyone will be up.
The sun is soon to rise.
I'll be keeping an eye on you, Kalis. Be safe and be wise.
Naturally. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
What do you need us to do?
Well, just be ready for anything. Hopefully I need you to do nothing.
All right. Is there music playing? I'm sorry. I don't know if it's
Is
just
there
me or
music playing?
No, it stops.
okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna make for the northern edge of the river.
So, as you all finish morning preparations and begin heading through the forest towards the towards northern banks, the travel there seems to be pretty uneventful. There is a sort of almost just spottings of what seems to be like occasional movements in the woods, but nothing that really draws your eye. Yeah, going to the place where you said you'd be going. Fuck. Whoa. I just got hit with a full-on stroke. Making your way towards the banks of the river uneventfully, as you guys would be sort of setting up a perimeter. Is there any particular action anyone wants to be taking as the sun's coming up, or as like the day starting? Whether it be keeping lookout, doing certain things, doing fucking I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. If you're like staying in an area, if you're spreading out, like
I'll kind of oh gosh. I'll go where Kalis like points me to, but I kind of want to keep an eye on the water as well because I remember hearing about was it water hags, I think? Were they in this area?
no, there was nymphs in the river, but the hags were in like deeper into the woods, in the wild itself.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just keep an eye out on the forest for anything that looks extra hinky, I guess.
I think it's like naiads, right? Or the
Yeah, nymphs,
river and
that's what they're
stream
called.
Yeah.
sort of spirits.
I would like to cast Divine Intervention.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay. Go for it. I'd say everyone just gave me like a sort of round of perception checks as you guys are keeping watch at least for the beginning part of the day.
Sweet perception.
Oh. Damn, Zelda.
Oh,
What are you
Do you
looking
see with
for?
your elven eyes?
Like, what are you even
I'm
trying to?
looking
Holy
for-
fuck!
something.
Whatever he's looking for, he sees it. We all did pretty good. Look at that.
Yeah, okay. So, as you all are sort of are about the general area, it's been a morning of silence, relative peace. As it seems that most of the fey creatures that do exist around here have made themselves absent. Even the water itself has become still. You don't see any marked signs of anything that would live there outside of like normal life. However, Zelthar, as you are sort of exploring along the border of the woods, you would notice something that it doesn't seem to be fresh necessarily. It seems to be maybe like a day or two old, but it would still it would still catch your eye, and that along like these sort of closer inwards in like the actual areas of the forest would seem to be several sets of tracks, which aren't like abnormal in the forest, but the fact that they're
Mhm.
traveling together makes it weird. They seem to be hoof prints, and also that of some sort of animal, or not animal, dog, canine.
Hoof print canine.
Yes, it's like either horses, deers, some hoofed animal.
Oh, group
Yeah,
of animals. Okay.
yeah,
I was
traveling
like,
together.
what?
Yes, a
Okay.
dog with hooves.
I was so confused.
We
I kind
upgraded
of
the
do like
wolves.
a whistle to like alert my party. I can't do it in person. I'm not cool enough. I just like
I would have
do a
believed if you said
cool
you did it and your mic didn't pick it up.
this opportunity, and I kind of like gesture my party to come towards my direction. So, I found these weird tracks. I mean, there's gonna be animal prints in the forest, but I find it weird that there's a kind of like a wolf print close to like a hoof print, like they're wandering together. Like usually animals with hoof prints and paw prints don't really wander in unison like this. I thought it was a little abnormal.
It's not like a rider and large dog or two fey creatures, maybe.
There seem to be several like of the wolf prints,
Oh,
by the way.
oh.
Several dog-like creatures.
That's what I was gonna say.
Maybe we should investigate it further.
If you think so.
I don't know of any lycanthropes in the wilds. It is a bit concerning.
Does it look like they were walking or running? Like, was there a pursuit or?
Yeah,
I
with
don't know if you could.
28. Yeah, with 28, you could tell. It doesn't seem like they were like in chase or anything like that. And like the hoof
No,
prints are running from the wolf prints.
no, it seemed the prints are rather closer together than farther away, so I would assume they were walking rather than in a pursuit.
Was the sorry, just for my understanding, was the plan for Kalis that he would meet up with Eowyn today, or that she would like keep watch over the village separate from him?
It seemed like you guys were watching over separate areas. At least that was the impression she was giving. Because she was
Alright,
going to
thank
be
you.
watching the area around the village, and you said you wanted to watch around the riverbank.
Yeah, that's good for my understanding. All right. Do you think these tracks are leading into the forest or down the bank?
I have no clue. I just was more distracted that, like a hoof and a wolf print were close to each other. Or, wait, probably I should ask this. What direction are they going into, like the trails going into?
They're continuing northwards. They're staying like in the
Northward?
forest, but they're going northwards.
Would that be towards like the would Kalis know if that's like towards the I should probably ask him that. Oh. Kalis, the tracks seem to be going northwards. Is that towards the village? Towards your home rather?
Is that in the vicinity of the village?
No, because the village is to the east of y'all, and you guys are on like the west bank of the river, right? Relative like where Revedia is.
I
So
thought
if
we were
it's
on the
going
wild side.
Yeah, no, I mean like you're on like because where's the map?
We're on the east bank of the river relative to where Revedia is.
Like-
on the moving wild side, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's sort of northeast.
like I'm assuming get like around here is the area you want to patrol, right? I've marked it pink. If you can see that.
Oh, I had that wrong in my head. I thought it was more diagonal, but yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
And they'd be going like northwards, like from that point.
Like
The village itself would be like further east into the forest itself. It'd be like east and south.
Gotcha.
It doesn't seem like they're heading towards anywhere that you know of. It just seems like they're going northwards in the woods.
Does it seem when we look across the river, do we see any activity on the opposite bank or in the houses along the riverside?
Nothing you can make out now.
All right. Then why don't you lead on, Zelthar? We can sweep along the edge of the forest and see what it is. Just let's not get too distracted. But
Okay,
we have some
sounds
time.
Good. All right, let's do it. Let's check out where these prints are going.
So, as you all begin to head further north, following along the tracks, are you guys traveling in a particular way? Are you stealthing? Are you following normal? Are you trying to follow quickly? Like what travel speed are you guys trying to take?
I would say probably normally because these prints are like a day or two old, so like I don't think it's like urgent, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Zelthar, can we speed up?
Are we there yet? That's the same energy.
Would you mind?
I mean, if you feel it's urgent, we can.
Just it's just a lot of places to check today.
I think he's a little antsy.
So,
a little.
Heading further northward, going along the tracks, the first thing that would catch your attention seems to be a campsite. The fires of which already put out, but you could see clear signs of at least where like a tent was propped up. There was a fire that's been cold for a bit now. And now that you have like a more accurate area to investigate, it seemed to be one like person, like there's like boot prints in this area as well. The horse and about a half dozen of these like canine creatures of the wolves. And it seems that after a bit, the tracks start up again, going north, but more northeast.
What are Sorry.
Almost as if not if it's heading out of the forest, but like sort of skirting along like the top part of it. It seems to be staying in like the perimeter of the forest itself as it's traveling.
What are the sort of markings of this campsite? What sort of, or what are the trappings of it? What are they like?
So the first things, as I said, it seemed like at least a person was staying here. You could see marks along the ground. Make me an investigation check, and of course, all y'all can do that too, because you're not the only one here. Someone either wants to assist or make it himself.
I'll help. I'll give you advantage.
Oh man, thank you anyway.
Can I try looking too?
Yeah.
Investigation, you said?
Investigation, yes.
I'll also look.
God damn.
Why not?
I mean, it turned into a 17, even though it was a 4. Reliable talent. It's a nice thing to have.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. As you all begin to invest in the campsite, it seems to be a few things that sort of really stand out. something was at least like you find something was hunted in the woods and slaughtered there and used to feed whatever the creature you're traveling with. You can find what seems remnants of a carcass. It seems to be a deer or a large buck. And it was cleaned very well. Not much of it was put to waste outside of like entrails that can't be used. You more so find like the mess that was left behind from said act. You can see where the dogs. What's up?
Sorry. Is there any papers?
Any like papers?
Mm-hmm.
Not like paper left behind, no.
Okay.
The campsite seems to be cleaned up pretty well after it left behind. It seems this person has traveled through the woods before, or at least traveled through the woods without causing words. They didn't leave much waste behind outside of their tracks. Yeah, there'd be the tracks to go. It's not much to fucking really find. Let me think.
So I'm just want to know, what is this campsite? Is it a tent? Is it like a bunch of elven things? Is it like a human thing?
It seemed you could tell a tent was pitched here, like a standard like tent. You could tell the spots in the ground were that haven't been covered up by dirt and rain yet.
So the stuff's all gone. It's a
Yeah.
packed up campsite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question for you as a player. Sean, did Kalis tell us about the Lord of the Hunt stuff?
Most
I know
likely. That was so long
Okay.
ago. I feel
I
like
know. I just
I
can't
think
remember if
so?
it was part of like the Cedar Howl conversation that you didn't tell us about, or if because I have it written down.
way
in my
before
notes.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
It was like the temple with visions at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, right. Okay. That's right.
We just haven't poked it in ever.
It might be poking us.
Like Sparks was poking Ferris the other day.
Maybe this is some sort of tiefling beast master.
Why tiefling?
The hooves.
Couldn't be from a horse, or mule, or donkey, or something.
It doesn't look quadrupedal, does it? I think its gait is.
No, gate-wise, it looks like a horse or like some sort of quadrupedal creature.
Oh.
It's just when you got here, there was also boot marks that signaled that it was so that it had some rider.
Oh.
Because you wouldn't have found the boot marks before because they were on the horse.
Right. Okay. Okay. So rewind. Kalis would say like it. This looks like it's someone who doesn't belong here. We should find them and move them out before something goes wrong. Something is almost sure to go wrong today of all days.
Something will go wrong if people who are here who are not supposed to be here, because we're not supposed to be here either.
That's what I meant by saying I couldn't guarantee your safety.
Is our presence going to cause something to go wrong? Like, will it?
Points at the giant tree, friend.
He's far back, but he's there.
Hey.
Do you think it's gonna sit speed as my clay golem?
Wait, what about the clay golem?
They're gonna become buddies.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
They're
he's
gonna
fast.
be good friends.
This is a giant tree who can run on all fours. He's not. He's faster than your golem.
I think he's like lazily walking though. He's not.
Yeah, he's leisurely. Yeah, he's not like. You get a vibe that if he wanted to catch up, he could have.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's known hunting isn't allowed in these woods. Let's catch up with him before whatever happens.
Lead on.
I'm assuming you guys are picking up the pace.
All right.
I think Zelthar, you have the trail, right?
Yeah.
It's an easy
That's
one to
just
pick
real-
up on. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna ask. Oh, wait, you just answered my question.
Alright, perfect. See, I can read minds.
Yeah. We're on the same
Oh,
wave.
let's go.
Alright, let's follow the trail. It is rather 2 days old, so there might be a good chance that whoever imprinted it in the first place may be dealt with. I don't know what necessarily forest laws goes on here, but the situation might have already been resolved. Let's just say that to keep it light.
If we find their trail leads out of the moving wilds, then good.
Alright, let's go.
So, as you begin following. Fuck.
As we begin fathering
Different
these
activity entirely.
little dog boys, this guy's got.
God, I fucked myself up. Why did I talk? I'm in my own head right now.
Yeah, as much time as you need, boss.
That's what my backstory is all about. Fathering.
Surrogately.
So, finally, enough, Zelthar. As you begin making your way, further in, you would see, the tracks sort of begin to go out towards an area which seems to be a larger clearing. And the first thing that would really catch your eye is in this area, you find further out, maybe like 15, 20 feet past the edge of the clearing, one of the wolf-like creatures that was described, or that you had seen the tracks of. And it is fucking huge. However, it does not seem to be living anymore. Looking at this creature, you can see these large, well, it has like the same canine body, like shapes. All over it are these almost porcupine-like thorns that sort of race down the top of its head and down its back. I'm gonna show you. Where's the buddy at? This is a shitty image. I can show you. That's what it looks like. And is a large creature.
Ooh.
Like a dog that's just been porcupine to death?
No, the spikes are coming from the dog.
Oh.
Almost like the dog is part of the porcupine. And as you come across the creature, it seems to be deceased from this distance, as it's unmoving. But in this area, you can tell that some sort of battle or like some sort of fight had happened here. Given the fact that the area, a lot of the parts of the ground are littered in these sort of large spikes. Each one maybe like the length of like your forearm. Not Kalos' forearm because he's massive. Look like a normal human. And there are signs of just like disrupted earth. What seems to be splatters of blood or something of the like in the area. But the only thing that is in this area as you approach seems to be the single wolf. Quill wolf, to be precise. It's not a creative name.
And it's like, something is dug ruts in the earth here.
Yeah, like the earth, like parts of the earth are upturned, like something else big was here that engaged the wolves. But unless you're like approaching, it's hard to tell like the exact manner of what happened. This is just what you're seeing as you're coming up to the clearing.
Yeah, Kalos is just gonna start jogging up to it.
Yeah.
He doesn't see anyone there right now, does he?
No, you do not.
Okay.
And as you get closer, you can see that like very faintly the creature just still seems to be breathing. but just barely. When you move up to it, you can see that along, like, sort of like it was like leaned over it, but almost like it was cut from like head to like belly. Is this just gaping wound? It seems to be cut. This either a massive blade or something. Something had cut it almost across the entire body.
Holy shit.
And the area beneath your feet is just red.
Yeah, he's going to have his all his sort of critters dismount because he's not stupid. A distance away, and then he's going to walk up to this quill wolf and sort of kneel beside it, and sort of if it's receptive, he's going to try and sort of like stroke its, you know, its snout, its head as it's laying there.
Dead?
It seems to it's not dead.
It's like
just barely
dying.
Yeah. You feel like the head of it almost like nudge for a second as if acknowledging you're there, but it's not even like fully like mentally there. It just flinches towards the motion. It flinches away from the motion.
No, that's not how that works. Yeah. I think he just sort of kind of keep petting it, and he just sort of keep petting it and keep its attention and sort of like his knee, and just sort of, you know, drive a javelin just into its neck, and just sort of like, you know, not violently but firmly, and just sort of try and quell it.
And after a moment, the body will get out one last shiver, and then it'll go still.
Jugun, would you be able to ask this creature what happened?
I can't speak to animals.
Oh, you can't?
I just killed it, by the way.
You actually can speak with dead on creature. It just has to have a mouth.
But will she understand it?
No, not she won't. But
It's just you can't speak to animals. It doesn't have speak to animals.
that's interesting. I just have to check that because out of curiosity. It just has to be a corpse. It could be any creature with a mouth.
You speak to animals?
Everything has a corpse.
Well, most things anyway.
Zelthar, can't you speak with creatures?
I cannot. I don't have anything in my arsenal that communicates with beasts.
Well, fuck, I thought like I was able to, but like honestly, my memory's really bad lately. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna try saying hello in Sylvan and seeing if the creature can understand or reciprocate it.
It's currently dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want him to suffer while we were like. And have you seen anything suspicious lately?
Again, I could have just healed it.
You're really quiet, Ethan.
Again. I could have just healed it. Yeah,
I'm not. It's like a different perspective he's coming from. It's not like
no,
I'm just denying that.
So, as you're all sort of around the creature, as I said, there is this area around you. It seems to be the site of some sort of incursion. This upturned dirt, fucking earth, fuck me.
Here, there's no dearth of earth.
Let's see. Fuck, God, shut the fuck up. Dirt, earth, it's stuck in my head. What was I even gonna say now?
Battles.
I'm losing it.
There's something special about saying something that, like, 10 seconds later makes someone say, shut the fuck up. It's a power. Unvarnished.
And scene.
Okay. So as you are looking around the area of the site of some sort of battle, you guys are standing around the creature. Is anyone investigating the creature? You guys investigating the area? What are you guys doing as you hear immediately?
I'm gonna be looking around the area. Not for anything in particular, but just like keeping an eye out on the forest, I guess, at the edges of the clearing to see if anything comes through that looks bad
Okay, go ahead and make your perception check.
or concerning.
If you're
I wanna
like,
help.
actually keeping watch, go for it.
How about I help you?
Okay.
I'm not the one that should be making that perception roll.
Okay, 25.
Alright, fuck. I
Vote
guess.
Zelthar for Forest Ranger.
I'm helping. It's like,
So-
look at that. What is that? Like, that's just a bush. Fine.
Damn, you got a 25? That's interesting. Okay.
It's a Gordian. Sorry.
What?
And I turned to stone.
Alright, see you guys next week.
Just kidding.
But, as you're sort of scanning around the area, keep down the forest, you don't see any movement, except for that the trees being the leaves carried by the wind. But faintly, you do hear something deeper within the woods. It almost sounds like a howl.
Do you hear that?
Do I hear that?
It sounds like a wolf howl. Maybe there's more of these creatures.
I don't hear anything, Zelthar.
You did say that you saw several tracks. My God, he's very focused right now.
And briefly after that, what you all would feel is what feels like the ground shaking underneath your feet.
Uh-oh.
Is that a familiar shake to me, like an Ent walking shake, or is that like a
No.
bigger thing?
That's like a boom shake, like something big happened shake.
Let's go.
Go where?
I mean, I assume we heard it too, where it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sound was just like boom. There's no character to it.
Yeah, it was just. I would say it's almost like you heard like a cracking sound. Not like the sound of like cracking like trees, but almost as if like it felt like the earth been like moving beneath your feet, almost like an earthquake.
Guess I'm digging a shallow grave then.
What?
Quick, Sparks, cast haste on Juggernaut. She needs it.
You know, you can just get mold earth and it just creates a 5-foot hole. So you could have done this in 2 cantrips.
To be fair, I do have 4 skeletons helping me.
That's
Action,
It
dig,
relays
action,
her.
dig, action, dig.
But with that, as you guys begin heading northwards in the direction of where you heard the sounds coming from, rushing through the woods, in the far distance, you see more of these creatures just coming to the tree line. As there is this spray of these large quills that have gone piercing into a mass of trees in the forest, as some of them just piercing straight through, going along and just carpeting this whole side. And standing atop, not standing, I'm gonna stand on the fucking horse.
Trick riding.
Sitting atop of the horse, you see this tiefling figure. Wait, no, I'm sorry. This is not. This is actually. You guys haven't run to a dragonborn before, have you?
Mm-mm.
I was almost right. I was so fucking close.
I got confused. I assumed tiefling. I forgot. You guys haven't run to a dragonborn in the entire campaign. But you see.
We've seen them in Revedia, right?
They're rare. Like
No.
There might be like one or two you guys have seen.
Have we? We've heard of one. The dude who went missing.
Yes.
Sky. We've heard
Felicio.
of one. Yes.
Felicio Stormwind?
Yeah. He was something with a sky in his name. It's such an old person thing to do just now that I did.
Yeah. But you see him in the distance, sort of in the middle of this group of the wolves. And it seems that they're chasing down something. As this is a dragonborn, relatively tall, however, this lithe figure with these like black as night scales that cover his entire figure that you can see. And I'd say make me a perception check. See, because they're kind of like on the opposite side, whatever thing they're going after. They seem to be chasing after.
Who? Everybody, or just Kalis?
Y'all are all there. You have eyes. Go for it.
Perception? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how good my eyes are. They're alright.
Ryan.
I saw more than you?
Oh, so is my eye. Oh my gosh, I can't see.
Did you strain them looking too hard before?
I did.
I pulled my eyes.
From this distance, it's hard to make out like full details, but if not humans, they seem to at the very least be humanoid.
Wait, what? The
people-
targets of his attack?
Yes.
So it could be humans or fae.
And as they are in pursuit, and you're sort of coming up behind him, that's where we're gonna pick things up. At that point, right there.
Just for a teaser, Kalis is gonna say, "Hey, you! Stop! Stop this at once!" Because he's in that mindset right now.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, no.
Ooh, we're on a chase.
We're on the hunt.
Who the fuck's this guy?
Alrighty. Yeah, that's where we'll pick things up. I'm not gonna do the whole fuck around stream bullshit. I'm gonna click the end button. Godspeed, y'all. If we don't see you again, that's because Earth got hit by a meteor.
Punish Felicio Stormwind.
Or, an interplanar